What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into anything, I just want to say that the balls featured in today's video do not have to be the exact same bowling balls that you choose when you bowl nationals. So with that out of the way, today we're going to talk about what the perfect arsenal, perfect type of bowling balls arsenals, kind of the must-have bowling balls that you need to succeed at the Open Championships. I have 4 balls with me, and then there's 2 balls that are 2 types of balls that I don't have with me that I also think that you should have, but we will get to that in a second. Before we get into any of the nitty-gritty, guys, please make sure to hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. I think the next big major milestone is 50,000 subscribers. We are a long ways from that, but with your help, we can absolutely get there. So let's talk about the 2 balls that I don't have in front of me. You're going to need a spare ball, absolutely, 100% guaranteed. You need a spare ball. And I think that another really good option for a lot of players is going to be urethane. I just don't have my urethane ball with me. But if you're someone who likes urethane, someone who likes playing a little bit straighter, someone who has the rev rate, definitely consider bringing a urethane ball. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the pattern that you're going to bowl on. The pattern is not disclosed at all, but you can look towards the past and you're going to notice that a lot of the patterns are very similar. Now, the pattern that I have put out right now on lane 1 is the 2021 doubles and singles pattern, which is 30. I got it right here. I'll put it on screen. It's 39 feet with a ratio of about 2.5 to 1. So very flat. It's on the shorter end of the patterns. I already bowled my nationals and I bowled horrifically bad. It wasn't because of ball choice. It was all execution. I just threw the ball really bad when I bowled nationals. But knowing what I know now, this is what my arsenal would look like. So the first ball that you're going to need in your bag is that big asymmetrical solid. Again, it doesn't have to be the XL. I understand that this ball has not been released yet, but something like this. A Harsh Reality is another really good option. Gem, Magic Gem, Absolute Power. Those kind of bowling balls that are low RG, high differential, strong cover, those is going to be like that is going to be a really good option on the fresh game 1. Keep the ball a little bit more in front of you. This is going to be more the top of the bag, and I've redid the surface with like a 2000 finish. Again, I don't need anything too strong. You're going to notice that when you guys bowl nationals, if you haven't already, it hooks a ton in the plaza. All right, so I took about 10 shots to warm up. This is going to be my first shot here with the XL. In typical Samsung fashion, I'm further left here than I would like to be, but I can only play what the lanes are telling me to do. But that's exactly the kind of motion I'm looking for out of the first ball out the bag on the fresh. That's it right there. Yeah, the ball did exactly what I needed to do on the fresh. Didn't overhook on the friction, went through the pins the right way. Same spot. Let's repeat another good shot here. Yeah, that's really good. I actually thought that was going to go a little high, but it actually went through the pins the right way. We'll throw a few more shots with the XL, and then we'll ball change into the other ones. I don't really want to blow up the pattern too much to start, but this is a really good first ball out the bag. And while I am a little bit further left than I would like to be to start, I will stay in this ball because of how good it looks and how good it's going through the pins. Oh, see that one, I didn't get it quite as far to the right and it hooked a ton. Flatter patterns have more friction in the middle part of the lane, and that was almost maximum penalty. I'm glad that the 10 pin fell, but let's make sure we get that ball going a little bit more right. So let me just say that last shot there is exactly why urethane's a good option on the fresh. I'd be playing way further right, and I would create a little bit of hold in the middle part of the lane, where right now there's none. Yeah, the XL looks good, but there's no denying that a urethane ball will give me a little bit of hold in the middle part of the lane. And it does look really good, but I feel like it forces me to be really perfect, it seems, because I feel like if I get it right of that, it might fall off. And if I get it in, then you saw it hooked a ton. So that's why I think I really wish I would have brought my pitch black or my 78U just to start in urethane, develop that hold. In nationals, shooting 180 game 1 is amazing. break the pattern down the right way, then start to try to really score. And I think that starting this far left could be a little bit of a death trap for me for the duration. But the XL does look good. We'll throw a few more shots, then we'll get into the idle. And we'll throw at least one more with the XL here, then we'll get into that idle. Oh, yeah, it's starting to get a little bit further left, or two left, to really have that ball go through the pins the right way. I do want to throw one more, get one more strike in with the XL, then we'll change balls. Let's get this one a little bit more up the lane. Let's see what this looks like here. That should be good. Yeah, I think that it's a little bit too strong, because if you really think about it, there would be 9 other people on the pair. I would assume that maybe 8 of those are righty. So that tells me that by the time the game 1 starts, this XL might be too strong for what we're actually going to be bowling. Because I'm bowling on this completely by myself, and I'm too far left for this ball. And normally with the XL, I like to keep it a little bit more in front of me, play the middle part of the lane. On this pattern, that's not available to me right now at Samstown. At Nationals, it may be available to me, but right now it's not. So we're gonna get into the optimum idle right now. So that's gonna be that first kind of, ball. The next ball down is gonna be that stronger type of benchmark ball. So I wouldn't classify the optimum idle as a bench. It's a little bit stronger than a typical benchmark ball. But I think that this is a really good option. Something similar to this could be like a phase 2, even though I think that the phase 2 is a little bit closer to more of a traditional benchmark type shape. This is for sure a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother, definitely a little bit stronger than what a typical benchmark ball is going to be. And something like this optimum idle can be even a better option on the fresh than the XL or than a stronger ASIM solid. I noticed that when I threw my optimum idle in doubles especially, I felt like it let me be a little bit softer. I didn't have to really force it as much as when I tried to get into the bigger ASIMs. So I'm gonna move a little bit right with the idle coming off that XL, just to see. It very well forced me to stay a little bit further left, but being a symmetrical ball, it should allow me to shape it a little bit more than the asymmetric XL. Oh, that was a really good shot physically. And I did forget how smooth the optimum idle is, so I think I'm gonna stay right there. I thought that was a really good shot. And I think that so far, it's the better option of the two for the fresh. I thought that was a really, really good shot to start here with the idle. Let's see if we can't repeat that here. Yeah, same thing with the XL. If I miss in a little bit, there is 0-0 hold. It's forcing me to kind of create more shape than I want to, but that's the nature of bowling on sport shots. What you want is irrelevant. What the lanes are giving you is what you need to do. So let's get to that. So I'm not gonna move with my feet quite yet. I'm just gonna open up my angles a little bit and see what this looks like. There we go. Nice kick of the 10 pin. Just need to do a little angle change. Just make sure I get that going a little bit more towards the friction. And the idle just walks right into the pocket. Got to pay the 6th pin a little overtime for putting in that work. And then guys, I will say at Nationals, I did not have this much room to the right. I had to keep the ball in front of me. So what you're seeing here, just take it with a grain of salt. But this is still the arsenal that I would bring. Yeah, there we go. Kind of kept that a little bit more in front of me. That's really the spot. And that played a little bit more true like it did at Nationals. So that's a really good option. Like I said, this arsenal really wouldn't change. Here I have a little bit more bounce, obviously, because it is Samstown, than I did at Nationals. But all in all, 2 really good balls to start. And then the idle being a little bit weaker than the XL, it actually allowed me to play a little bit more of that middle part of the lane. Let's see if we can't repeat that here. Push. God. That was a little slow for sure. Let's be better next shot. All right, let's see if we can't repeat that last shot a little bit. There we go. I think we are in a really, really good spot now. Now we just got to repeat shots here. Or go runaway Brooklyn, but hey, at Nationals, we'll take those. Hey, look, guys, the absolute best thing to do after a runaway Brooklyn strike is to parlay that into another strike. Oh. That is the best possible thing to do. Let's throw one more, and then we'll get into the Ion Pro. Yeah, this idle is way more the motion I'm looking for. After the shot here, we'll get into the Ion Pro to see if this can look any better. Push. Yeah, there's no push. You miss in, there's no push with anything. So now we're gonna ball change into the Ion Pro and see how that looks. I expect it to be a little bit quicker down lane, which is gonna make me move, possibly moving a little bit further in. So that's gonna be that. And this is probably the most important ball in your bag. The benchmark ball. This is going to be kind of that first ball you take out of the bag to see what the lanes are giving you. If it's not hooking enough, you know you can ball up. If it's hooking too much, sometimes you still may need to ball up just to smoothen out that reaction. But this is going to be the benchmark ball. Other balls that are similar, I mean, nothing's like the Ion Pro. But some things that are similar, like the 900 Global Exponent would be a really good option. IQ Tour Solid with a little bit of surface. Phase 2 can be another really good option as that benchmark type ball. And I'm really excited to see what this ball looks like on this pattern. When I bowled Nationals, obviously I didn't have the Ion Pro. It hadn't even been announced yet. But I think that this could be a really good option on the fresh. And if I was bowling Nationals, this would be the first ball out of my bag. All right, same spot here with the Ion Pro as I was with the Idol, just to see. Then we'll make an adjustment after this shot. Missed right a little bit. Oh, and it saw it. Yeah, okay, so this ball for sure is gonna allow me to shape it. I'm gonna move everything in off that shot and not try to shove it that far to the right. All right, let's move a little bit left with the Ion Pro and shape it. Yeah, that was a really, really good shot. I think that this would be less of a game one fresh ball and more of a go-to kind of transitional piece. Let's repeat that shot here. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, definitely more of a go-to kind of ball roll. And so if I was bowling for score, I think I would start in the Idol, and I think I would go to this after, because this looks really good right now. Kind of spun that a little bit. Oh, yeah, Ion Pro is disgusting as a go-to kind of ball. Once I started to move left, shape it a little bit, 10 out of 10. Yeah, this Ion Pro is pretty nutty right now. Let's see if we can keep it going. See it? That was a little fast and it still saw it. Let's keep going with this ball. I don't want to say anything too good about this Ion Pro, because then all of a sudden I'm a shill. But this ball's freaking nutty. I could literally say nothing. And that ball's good. All right, last shot here with the Ion Pro, then I'll get into the Lightning Blackout to round off this video here. Oh my God. All right, I know I said that was gonna be the last shot, but that was just way too good of a shot. Left me laughing. Let's throw a couple more here with the Ion, just until I miss. Okay, or There we go. Throw it slow and miss right. There's your miss right there. So now we're gonna go basically from the same spot into the Lightning Blackout. I don't think that the lanes are ready enough for me to get out of this Ion Pro, but for the sake of this video, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then the last ball that you're gonna need is that shiny ball that you're gonna get left with towards the end of team. I'm talking like late game 3 into singles, once you get into doubles and singles. For me, you guys already know it's the Lightning Blackout with that out-of-box polish. It's not something that I'm gonna go to early. And listen, don't get trapped getting left early. You're gonna, if your ball is hooking too much, sometimes you need to ball up and move closer to the friction. Get uncomfortably close to the friction. And you're gonna notice that the ball's not gonna hook as much down lane. And that's what's gonna tell you that you are absolutely in the right part of the lane. But once that blows up and once you inevitably have to get left and create that shape, Lightning Blackout's gonna be a really good option. There's a plethora of options in this range. High Road Pearl, The Road, Lightning Blackout, Exponent Pearl. Lot of balls that Lightning or Virtual Energy Blackout can be a really good option. DNA Coil could be a really good option. I like these stronger shell balls when I have to get left and create that shape. So we're just gonna get on the lane. This is gonna be a little bit different than normal. All right, now let's move left again here with the Lightning Blackout. I don't know how this is gonna look, but we're gonna see here after this first shot. Oh, surprisingly, actually looked really good. It was very clean, very poppy down lane. And that's gonna be the ball that I'm gonna go to, like I said, end of team or end of doubles and singles. Very, very surprised by that shot. Let's see if we can repeat that again here. That was a really good shot. I'm okay with that 10 pin, really good shot. I'd rather 10 pin than 3-6-10 or split or washout or whatever. So let's make a better shot. I'm gonna move 1 and 0 left off that rep 10, and it should be enough. See it. Oh. Okay, let's move 1 more left off that. See, this is what I meant earlier about getting trapped moving left and left and left. It tells me that this Lightning Blackout is not ready yet, and I should stay in the Ion Pro if I was bowling for score. Yeah, for sure. Bowling for score, staying in the Ion Pro, but we'll throw a few more shots, that Lightning Blackout, and then I'll give you my exit thoughts. Go right back to that same spot. Even though it was light, still struck and didn't 10 pin. Good shot there. Oh, nice little mixer. So yeah, I think the Lightning is a good ball. Like I said, I just don't think it's ready. Like if I was bowling for score, I think I'd rather be in the Ion Pro right now. All right, probably the last shot of the video here. Lightning looks okay. But after the shot, I'll give you my exit thoughts here after throwing all 4 of these balls. Oh, all right, so I think the XL was a little bit too strong to start. So I would probably start in the idle, the optimum idle to start from a little bit straighter. Once that starts to flat 10, kind of starts going away, right into the Ion Pro, keep chasing that left until that goes away. And once that goes away, Lightning Blackout. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't bring the XL. That just means that if I was bowling for score, I wouldn't go to it. It would still be in the bag just in case. Guys, we'll see you on the next one.